Hey gang, it's Chris again. Another amazing survivor story. We're on the Survivor Couch. Truth About Cancer live event, October 2017. This is my new friend Mona.
Hi everybody.
Mona was diagnosed with multiple myeloma 16 years ago in 2000. That's not right. 15, I'm going to get it. 15 years ago, which was 2002. And here she is, alive and well, no cancer, right? And the doctors basically told her there was nothing they could do for her. So so many people come up to me and share their healing stories, and it's like too many. I mean, it's amazing. I know many of you were not able to attend. It's a small conference, but every chance I get, I'm like, can I tell your story, please? We got to share this. It's going to encourage so many people. So Mona said yes, and here we are. So let's talk about it. So how did this all happen? How did you decide not to do conventional therapy? Did I say that already? She didn't do any treatments.
Right, because basically they told me there was nothing that they could do for me. It started minorly with like colds and flus and like throat infections.
Just getting sick a lot.
All the time. And I kept losing weight. I got staph infection twice, both times MRSA, which they had to actually cut spots out of my head because it was eating away what was there. And so I went, to the doctor. I was finally like, you guys have to do something. There's something going on here. So after tons and tons of tests and scans and bone biopsies and all kinds of stuff, they came up with that I had multiple myeloma and there was nothing that they could do for me. I felt like they kind of just sent me home to die.
Now, as scary as that is, I think looking back, and I say this all the time to people, that was probably a blessing in disguise that they told you we can't help you.
Right.
Because so many patients are told, oh, we have all these wonderful treatments for you, right, for your type of cancer, and you need to start right away or you're going to die.
Yes.
Right? And they're rushed into a system and put on the conveyor belt, and they're strapped in. And then once you're on that conveyor belt, it's very hard to get off. And there's so much fear, right? They use fear to really entrap you. And so many patients have told me, I'm so scared to stop. I'm so scared to stop chemo. And just because let me be clear, I'm not telling you you need to stop chemo, but people tell me they want to stop and they're scared to. So I don't want to hijack our interview with my opinions, but it will happen. I will keep doing that throughout, just so you know. But anyway, so there you are.
So I did. I went home to die. I quit answering my cell phone. I quit answering my door, because you think everybody has pity, for you and what's going on. And I just wanted to be left alone. And I had a very good girlfriend of mine that had moved out of the area and was back in town, showed up on my door, saw my car was in the driveway, and just kept knocking until I actually got out of bed and answered the door.
That's a good friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And she took one look at me and said, oh my God, what's happened to you? I'd probably lost 40 pounds. I was emaciated. I looked awful. And she picked up the phone and called the herb doc and ordered a 30-day detox for incurable diseases.
Richard Schultz, the Incurables program, Dr. Richard Schultz, the maniac, amazing guy that he is,
yeah.
Right?
And it was intense. It was very intense.
Let me tell you, I did this. This was part of my healing, journey, was the Incurables program. And Dr. Richard Schultz trained under Dr. John Christopher, he's a master herbalist, legendary guy in the health and wellness world, and was one of the few people I found very early on that inspired me and gave me the confidence and courage to take control of my life and my situation. So I have a huge debt of gratitude to Dr. Richard Schultz. Never met him. If anybody watching this knows him, I'd love to do an interview. But anyway, so she ordered the stuff for you.
She ordered the stuff. She stayed with me. She contacted all my friends because you can't do it on your own, especially when you're sick.
Yep.
You need to have support. You need lots of support.
Yeah. And talk about what it involves.
First week you do a colon cleanse, and then a liver cleanse the following week, and then another colon cleanse, and then a kidney cleanse. It's juicing, it's tinctures, it's teas, broths that you make. And then there's a whole lot of other stuff that they
Yeah.
have. You do
And
hot,
raw
cold-
foods.
Yeah, raw foods.
It's a raw vegan diet, lots of juicing.
Hot cold shower treatments, body brushings. It just kind of goes on. It's
Yep.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yep. It's involved, but it's it's
So
called the
worth it.
Incurables program.
I wouldn't
it's-
be here right now I feel like if it wasn't for that.
It's a hardcore program, and I know it helped me. It was a lot of these principles in that program I'd already incorporated, so it reinforced what I was doing. I was already on a raw food diet. I was already juicing, and this was just saying, hey, let's kick it up a notch, right? Let's do even more. And Richard Schultz I know he's got DVDs and tapes, and I encourage anybody to watch him because he's such an awesome motivator, and he's funny and he's irreverent, just a really great guy.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're just like going for it all the way because the doctor said can't help you.
Yeah.
And somehow you found a reason to live?
Well, I think that I started to
Because you
feel
went
better.
home to die.
Yes, but I started,
Why did you decide to do this, though?
I was forced. Because my friend showed up and she took control and that's what she was going to do.
We're doing this.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That is an awesome friend.
Very
right
fortunate
there.
to have
That
friends
is-
like that.
That's, you were, I mean, such a huge blessing. I didn't have anybody in my life at the time like that. I was alone. I was very much alone. And it was hard.
I bet.
It was hard. I just had to dig down and find the will to live and find that determination. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think everybody should know that it's not just, a 30-day detox and you're okay.
Right.
Right. I followed the plan, took their superfoods. I still take his superfoods. And it probably took a good 2 years before I was ready, to go back to work, to be, a normal person. I ended up starting my whole backyard as a garden because I couldn't afford. I wasn't working because I was too sick. I couldn't afford to, really spend the money on, all the things that were there. So I gardened. I turned my whole backyard into a garden.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So how long did it take before you started to feel better?
I would say after the first 30 days, I felt an improvement.
Did you feel worse before you felt better?
I don't think I could have felt worse.
Okay.
I think I was that
You're
that
just-
bad that
Close to the bottom.
Right.
Yep. I
Yeah.
understand. So 30 days, you're like, okay, well, I'm feeling better. Maybe there's something to this.
I think that it was that and the support from the friends that I
Yeah.
tried to deny access. I think it was a combination of all of it. But definitely after 30 days, I felt had a little bit more energy, and was able to, do some of the process myself.
Yeah.
At the beginning, they wanted you to exercise, at certain times of the day, and even that was kind of difficult.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a gradual process. I'm so glad you said 2 years. I mean, that 2 years is really, and I say it all the time, like you really need to think long term, right? This is not, you didn't get cancer overnight. You're not going to heal it overnight. It takes time.
Right.
It takes time to heal. And the good news is, for most patients, this is not an urgent life or death situation, right? Most patients have a lot of life left, right? Even if you did nothing, sat in your apartment and just felt sorry for yourself, you're going to live a lot longer than you think doing nothing. So when you do everything, right, you're only giving your body more fuel, more ammunition to heal, and increasing your odds of survival and total restoration of health, which is clearly what you did.
Right.
And what part of the country were you in?
California, San
Okay.
Francisco.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So what else happened in the journey? Did you do any other advanced therapies? Did you go to any clinics? What else did you do?
I did it all on my own.
Okay, me
I
too.
just tried to make sense out of what it was. Definitely fruits, vegetables, raw during that whole period.
Mm-hmm.
So
Did you ever work with a naturopath or any practitioners?
no, 15 years ago,
Hard to
as
find
you know, yeah, it's very, very
I
hard to
figured there
find
would have been
anybody.
more easier to find one in California.
Maybe.
So we were doing this at the same time. I mean, this was 2000, what did we say, 1?
Well,
No.
I started to get sick in 2001.
Okay.
2002, 2003 was the
Was when it
the
really
three.
hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I started in January 2004 in Memphis. And there actually was a naturopath there, one guy. But yeah, it was very much alone too. So you didn't go to any clinics, did it all yourself, just took control of the situation and just went for it all the way.
Yeah.
And then at some point you went back to get a test or something, right?
Well, I was very frustrated with the medical field when it happened.
I can't believe you would say that.
The only thing that they would do is they would have me come in every month to do scans and say,
Yeah.
oh, the liver and the kidney, there's more tumors, there's more cysts. We don't know why it's advancing so quickly.
So all the scans were kind of like bad news?
Every single one, and it got worse every single month.
Well, that's scary. Like, what?
Yeah.
How'd you deal with that?
I cried a lot.
Yeah? But you just stayed, you kept doing it.
Well, I didn't know what else to do. I mean, I thought that they would come up, I thought they would come to me and say that there was something else or that there was something that they could do. But when they sent me home, I never went back. I never went back to the doctor at all. Actually, last year was the first time that I'd had a scan since then.
In 15 years?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was no evidence of any tumors,
sorry,
no cysts.
I want to clarify. I thought she said that as she was doing, this radical life change, that the scans got worse and worse and worse.
Oh, no, before.
Yeah.
Before.
Okay, so once you started that, you're like, I'm not going back.
Right.
And then you went back last year,
Right.
15 years, and
And perfectly fine.
all good.
No cysts, no tumors, kidney and liver was fine, all blood work was fine, everything.
What do you think about that?
Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah. The body can heal, right? If I can do it, just a regular old dude, right? If she can do it, you can do it too. The
There you
body
go.
can heal. It's not a miracle cure. It's not a magic bullet. That's not what it's about. It's about totally changing your whole life. And assuming that cancer is a wake-up call and it's a warning, right? That the way you're living is killing you. That's the message of cancer. And not to make you feel bad about yourself, but to make you shake you out of your complacency and be like, hey, you gotta make a change now.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Something's happening. You're not well. Your body is unhappy. Your cells are unhappy. They're revolting against you. You got to change something. And we agree.
Yeah.
You're nodding. It's like, and so this is your opportunity to change your whole life. That's what cancer is. And doesn't have to be a death sentence. Yes, when you get bad news, it's scary, but I've interviewed so many people that have healed cancer. I mean, people are doing it over and over. They're doing it all the time. They've done it. They're doing it. It's happening, right? It's real. I know some people watching are struggling to believe if this is real, right?
Yeah.
It's real,
And I put it into practice again last year when my mom had a toxic overdose of medications.
Oh, wow.
I went back and took care of her, did the same thing, and
Put her
within
on the protocol?
Within 7 months. Only with her, it was
A little more gentle?
much more gentle.
Less
But
hardcore.
it was making sure that she was eating good, clean food. And off the medications.
Yeah. Turned her health around?
Yep.
Love it. I love it. And these principles, it's not just for cancer. I mean, so many of the diseases that we suffer from are caused by our diet and lifestyle. And when you radically change your diet and lifestyle and start overdosing on nutrition, putting all this wonderful food in from the earth that was made for us, you heal your body. You promote health and healing. You will change your body. You'll transform it. And but you just have to do it. You have to be disciplined enough to say, I'm not going to keep living the way I've been living. I'm going to live in a new way. I'm changing everything. And then just stay the course, right? You just get on the healthy train.
And stay on
and
it.
you stay on it, right? I like to say, you just point your ship toward Healthy Island, right? That's what you do. Just
And stay on course.
You're just like, this is where I'm going, right? Everything I'm doing to get to Healthy Island.
Yeah.
And you made it.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mona. Thank you for sharing your story. Hey, time to share. She just shared her story. Now it's your time, your turn to share this video. So please share it on social media. Send it to people you care about. We just want the world to know that cancer can be healed. It doesn't have to be a death sentence. It doesn't have to be scary. And any person watching this with cancer, you need to know that you have power to change your life. You have power to take control of your situation, and your decisions matter. Your decisions today and tomorrow will affect your future. And they can affect it in a positive, powerful health and healing way, or in a negative, destructive, disease-promoting way. And the choice is up to you. So anything else you'd like to close? Let me just say, I would like to ask you to close with, what do you think, besides what I've said, a patient needs to know when they're first diagnosed?
Don't be afraid, I think, is the biggest thing. Don't be afraid, take control, and make the changes that you need to make. And don't listen to your friends and family that tell you not to do that.
They told me not to. Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny, so your friends and family told you not to?
They wanted me to continue to seek out medical treatment. And my point was, they're not doing anything for me.
So this is a great example. I'm so glad you said that. Just another little teachable moment. It's a great example of how clueless the people around you are, right? Because when the doctor says there's nothing we can do for you, they still want you to keep going back.
Right.
Right? And sometimes you have to just be like, hey, they told me they can't cure me. Like,
Right.
let me do what I want to do, right? It's my life. I'm trying to live. I don't want to die. Let me just be clear with everybody, right?
Right.
Like, I don't have a death wish. I want to live, and I'm doing everything in my power to live. And that's what I had to tell people around me to get them to leave me alone. Like, just leave me alone. Let me do my thing. Like, I know you think I'm crazy. Now they think I'm a genius. It worked out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this has been fun. Another fun one. Mona, my new favorite person. I've got so many new favorite people this weekend. If The Truth About Cancer does this event again, y'all need to get serious about coming. I mean, you would not, you can watch live online, but it's so different, being the energy, the atmosphere, the people that are here.
It is absolutely amazing. The love that's here, the knowledge that's here. I wish I would have come last year.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, please share it. Again, I'm going to ask you again, share the video with people you care about. Please spread the word, chrisbeatcancer.com. I will put some links to some resources from our interview that Mona wants to share, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.
Bye-bye.